you just joined us on the System After Dark, this is a homegrown number courtesy of E3 and Cracker. Bulla, how's it going? I'm D, your host on the System After Dark, right here on Today FM. Today's hit music. You can catch me weeknights at 7 p.m. That's from Monday to Friday, only on the home of Today's hit music. And don't forget, that's D with you every weeknight on the System After Dark. Even got that homebrew flowing.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. In this bulletin, no arrests yet in ANZ Bank branch at Nausori Airport. Fallen police officers remembered in solemn ceremony. And sugar industry prepares farmers for post-2017. Police investigators are compiling details of a robbery at the ANZ Bank out at the Nausori Airport. Chief of Intelligence and Investigation ACP Henry Brown says no arrests have been made. A spokesperson from ANZ 8:30 p.m. yesterday, and there were no injuries to staff or customers. Eyewitnesses told FBC News a group of men wielding knives smashed a glass partition at the counter and entered the branch. The bank spokesperson says staff members were offered counselling this morning. The branch, which usually opens for international flights, was closed today but is expected to reopen as scheduled on Thursday. The spokesperson says they are unable to provide any further details of the incident as the matter is currently being investigated by police. We have Edwin Nunn standing by with more information. Edwin, you were at the airport last night. What were you able to gather?
Good evening, Jackie. I was able to speak to some of the people who were right in the thick of things as the robbery went down. I was described a scene as large groups of people fled the airport lobby as the thieves descended on the bank carrying knives, screaming and swearing at bystanders trying to fend them off. Some bystanders, however, were brave enough to chase after the getaway vehicle as it fled the airport and were even pelting the car with stones. However, it was entirely too dangerous for these men because the thieves carried some very terrifying weapons, bearing in mind that they were carrying cane knives. Now, I was told that the suspects were seen running out of the bank carrying 2 bags. However, neither the police nor the bank would confirm if anything was stolen. The getaway vehicle was found abandoned in Mbau Road, Nausori, after the robbery. Back to you, Jackie.
Thanks for that update, Edwin. The lawyer for suspended MP Ratunangama Lalambalavu, Julian Morty, has told the Suva High Court he will be requesting Communications Fiji Limited release the audio recording of his client making derogatory comments about the Speaker, Dr. Chikuluveni. Morty told the court his client is exercising his constitutional right by requesting the recording. However, Solicitor General Sharvida Sharma, representing the Speaker and the Attorney General, says the Privileges Committee has listened to the recording and has tabled it in Parliament. He says the recording is evidence before the committee. Chief Justice Anthony Gates has given the two parties until 27th October to prepare their submissions and to the 10th of November for replies. The case will be recalled on December 15th. The derogatory comments were recorded by a CFL journalist in May. Families of police officers who lost their lives while serving the nation gathered at the Police Special Response Unit in Asinu this morning to remember their loved ones. Shriti Prasad was at the service and filed this report.
38-year-old Rana Didula lost her husband, Inspector Amnia Sidula, last November after he collapsed at home. The mother of 3 says not a day goes by that they do not think of their father.
We remember him every day. It's not only today that we remember, it's every day that we remember. No, whenever we have a breakfast or dinner, we feel that someone is not there, not to support. But I'm happy and I feel strong, especially we have faith in our God that He is there to support my children and me.
For Nico Danganga, it's been difficult living without their father and Inspector Penny Danganga, who died in October last year.
It's hard time for us to to accept that he's gone and not being part of the family again. But today is very emotional since we remembered him.
Officiating the service this morning, Minister for Defence Timothy Natuva says Remembrance Day helps us acknowledge the dangers of policing profession, the importance of sacrifice of these brave officers and the impediments that lie ahead.
We should not forget this great act of sacrifice and investment by our comrades. They invested in the future generation of this country. They willingly answered to a call, fully aware of the risks associated with the call and the great benefits that will follow.
A minute of silence was observed during the service today to remember the fallen officers, followed by the laying of 12 wreaths in the psalm ceremony. Shriti Prasad, FBC News.
Cane farmers and other stakeholders met in Lenga Nandi today to gain first-hand information about the changes expected in the sugar industry. The industry held a farmers' information field day to ensure farmers are aware of the impact of a change in sugar prices in 2017 and to better prepare them for the change. Madhu Mbolaitamana has more on the story.
Preparing our cane farmers for the long haul.
We need to ensure that we do intra-cropping, short-term crops, the crops that have markets available, and I'm sure there are some farmers who have really benefited from this, and showing this to the farmers will encourage them, enable them, empower them to do this kind of cash crop.
The Field Information Day is supported by the European Union, while the Sugar Research Institute of Fiji is also in partnership with the Ministry for Agriculture. On display for farmers is this model farm at the Lenga Research Station, which depicts how intercropping works.
To empower the cane growers with the latest technology that is available, that is practical and is easily modified for them to apply in preparation for the events of October 2017.
For the farmers present at the field day, it's just a matter of tweaking and adding the invaluable lessons learned here as they brace for the imminent arrival of 2017, where the European quota on our sugar grinds to a halt.
I plant 4 or 5 acres of cane in intercrop there.
Very good. It's very good for farmers to improve their sales in the farming system and the vegetables too.
The Sugar Research Institute of Fiji will be holding more fieldworks like this one in other cane planting sectors in the western and northern divisions. Madhu Mbolaitamana, FBC News.
Still to come on FBC News, tuna exporters struggling to keep afloat.
FM number 2 na sir na ngona nin den manda kay central rental sa ko ka ro so ko minichi me ba na ko ni sabola
oya o mati soni dalai
go nga e mosdon
na mati ke raw mena tolu kene bitu ena via kabi moliti kena kwa rombuka
goria na lali ne kabi Bula FM number 2 na sir
The Fijian Elections Office has been told a lot of work needs to be done prior to the next general elections. United Nations Resident Coordinator and UNDP representative Osnat Lubrani made the statement while opening a workshop on the electoral process for elections officials.
Alongside recognizing the achievements of the 2014 general elections, the United Nations Development Programme feels there is still room for improvement.
It was actually the Fiji Elections Office that, alongside, recognizing all of the achievements, really pointed out to some of the areas that could be improved, where more works need to be done. And I think congratulations is owed to the Fiji Elections Office for moving forward with further prioritizing the capacity building of staff.
The Fijian Elections Office believes that this kind of workshop seeks to redress attitude in order to improve the quality of election administration and management.
Today begins the first step. There were many options for the FDO, and as we have said, We chose to first accredit our training team with an international electoral training, such as Bridge.
First-time voter Broderick Mervyn, who was selected to be part of the workshop, believes a lot of young people need to know about the electoral process.
I strongly encourage the Fiji Elections Office to create more workshops for young people, because basically young people need to be familiarized with the electoral process in Fiji.
The Fijian Elections Office will develop election-based mini-courses and certificates for its recruitment for the 2018 general election. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
One of the country's biggest fish exporters is struggling to keep its head above water due to the low fish catch within the Fiji waters. Eleanor Rangaivu reports Salanda Pacific, which supplies high export-grade fish to the US, Japan, Europe and New Zealand, has had to take some drastic measures to ensure it stays afloat.
Salanda Pacific has lost thousands of dollars in the last 5 years due to low fish catch in the Fiji waters. Albacore catch alone dropped from 4,100 tons in 2010 to 1,600 tons last year.
2010 was very good fishing. From then it started dropping and it's going down. Yeah, continuing, like we are now 60% down from 2010.
The company owns and operates 12 longliners, which fish within Fiji's exclusive economic zone 6 at a time. With the low catch rate, the company has struggled to stay on top of costs and had to lay off 80 seamen last year. It also had to reduce the number of days the vessels were out at sea.
We used to have a transfer boat. We used to keep our boats out there fishing for a month or so, and this transfer boat used to go and collect all those fish. But now, just because there is hardly any fish, we have stopped that operation going, so we only have boats fishing for 2 weeks.
Last month, government assisted the company by allowing it to buy fuel in US dollars as well as without duty. With big-eye tuna now overfished, yellowfin tuna under threat and skipjack and albacore at sustainable levels, the company wants a measure to be introduced to properly manage our fish stock, especially albacore.
Put a catch limit on albacore, if they can put that, and then Fiji will be allocated something and other countries will be allocated something, and then they won't be overfishing. Nah?
Provisional data from the Ministry of Fisheries show that Fiji's annual tuna catch dropped from 14,396 metric tons in 2010 to 9,508 metric tons in 2013. There is hope that the Tuna Management and Development Plan, the National Plan of Action on IUU fishing, and the National Strategy on Fiji's fishing vessels operating beyond areas of national jurisdiction will help conserve and manage our tuna stocks. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
Detecting the early signs of a young person going through depression or facing problems is extremely important in being able to get help for them. The Ministry of Education today expressed the purpose of the National Counselling Workshop being conducted by Vijay Kumar. Parental love, care and support make a lot of difference in the life of a young person. There needs to be open communication between young people and adults at all times to lower the risks of depression, which could lead to suicide. Minister for Education Dr. Mahendra Reddy made this statement this morning whilst introducing school counsellor Vijay Kumar, who is in the country to conduct counselling workshops.
A crop of leaders that we're developing in this field, this will make a huge impact in terms of ensuring that we eradicate this issue of child suicide in Fiji. This is just one of the series of workshops that we're running throughout Fiji over this 2-week period.
Vijay Kumar is a prospective PhD student, a school counsellor and a psychologist from New South Wales Education Department in Australia with over 30 years of teaching experience in Fiji and Australia. He is here to equip and upskill counsellors, school heads and volunteers on general counselling, general behaviour management and how to address suicide in schools.
We are bringing through this process as well. We are going to encourage the teachers to take some of the strategies, work with the students, and even with those who are actually can be at risk, showing to them that the life is wonderful, live your life to the full.
The next phase, after further educating school heads on the subject of general behaviour management and how to address suicide in schools, is to educate school prefects, who will in turn educate their peers and be able to notify relevant authorities if they notice a student facing problems. The Ministry of Education has organised 9 workshops to be conducted by Kumar throughout Fiji. Sports now, here's Jamie with the latest.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening in sports tonight. Sighting Commission suspends Nandolo for 1 week for dangerous tackle. And Gasipakatini and Matay Nangara rejoin Nandi football side for courtside DC. This and more coming up.
छू 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 हे हे नमस्ते फीजी, आपके हर एक प्रॉब्लम की दवा लेकर मैं आ गई हूँ 9 से 12 बजे तक आपकी सहेली रेनू। छू 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 40 में 20 का दिखना है। मैं हूँ ना आपके साथ में मिर्ची एफएम पर 9 से 12 बजे तक मंडे टू फ्राइडे। मिर्ची इट्स हॉट।
Presented by Vodafone, power to you, and Airports Fiji Limited, creating new experiences, Fiji's gateway to the world. In association with FMF, the right choice. Total Exilium New Generation, the fuel that cleans your engine kilometre after kilometre. Sun Insurance, for Fijians by Fijians. Supported by Fiji Airways, Deluxe, Island Chill, Comfort Home Furnishing, Rooster Chicken, Legal Aid, Land Transport Authority, and Central Rentals.
Vodafone Flying Fijians wing Nemani Nandolo has been suspended for 1 week for a dangerous tackle at the Rugby World Cup. The suspension leaves him out of selection for the match against Wales on Friday. This, coupled with Waisena Adelevu's injury, will leave Fiji without its starting wingers from its previous pool matches. Following a review of broadcast footage, Nandolo was cited for a dangerous tip tackle in the match against Australia last Thursday. Nandolo denied the act of foul play and was given 48 hours to appeal the decision. A response to an appeal, if made, will follow within 24 hours. Meanwhile, FBC Sports asked the Fijian public on their views of Nandolo's suspension, and this is what they had to say.
I think it's most unfair. It seems to me that the Fiji team is being targeted. There have been other cases where other teams have committed the same, thing, and they've gotten away with it. So why target Fiji and their money in the dollar for the case?
It's bad for the Fiji supporters. So it's, this time it is depend on the Fiji team to make sure to win against Wales.
It was really a misfortune for Fiji, but we are keeping our fingers crossed for our games with Wales. Just hope they'll do their best.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians held one-on-one sessions with the coaching staff today ahead of the team naming later this evening. The coaches have again reiterated the team needs to continue to work hard to counter the enigmatic Wales team. Interesting with more from Swansea.
The reports and updates of the Rugby World Cup is proudly presented by Vodafone, power to you, and Airports Fiji Limited, creating new experiences, Fiji's gateway to the world. In association with FMF, the right choice. Total Exilium New Generation, the fuel that cleans your engine kilometre after kilometre. Sun Insurance, for Fijians by Fijians. Supported by Fiji Airways, Deluxe, Island Chill, Comfort Home Furnishing, Rooster Chicken, Legal Aid, Land Transport Authority, and Central Rentals.
With the eyes of Wales on their home side, this will be the third straight World Cup the two teams do battle during pool play.
The mountain just got steeper. Now we're relying on other people to fall over. So it's business as usual for us. But clearly, when you play the world ranked teams 2, 3, and 4 in 13 days, it was always going to be a tough month for us.
It has been a good run by the Fijians, and while one of the aspects of the performance missing is a victory, the team remains hopeful it can change on Friday.
We're still enjoying ourselves. We know we've got a great opportunity still in front of us, and we're really excited about the Welsh game coming up.
But the resilience displayed by the Dragons in the win against England, this has shown Fiji they cannot underestimate an injury-ravaged Wales.
For us, that game was a great example of a team that, even though the individuals fell over, the team stood up, and it was a great Welsh team performance, and that probably is something that we definitely have to understand, that 80 minutes of rugby is going to be the minimal effort for us. So,
Matson also adds that from the start, Fiji was not in the tournament to make up the numbers, and this is still the motto of the team.
And for us, as Villiami's talking about, with sometimes bruised egos as well. So it gets harder, but we're still really excited. You know, we came here looking to pay 320 minutes of pool play. That was our goal, and we've still got 160 to go.
So with a capacity crowd on Friday, the Fijians know they'll be up against a patriotic crowd and a fired-up team. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, two flying Fijians who are part of Fiji's 66-0 loss to Wales at the 2011 World Cup are optimistic of avenging this defeat on Friday morning. Indra Singh has more.
The pain of losing badly to a team remains embedded in all players' minds, and the 2011 result is still fresh.
Yeah, it'll be a sweet victory if we beat them. Last November we played them. We gave them a good run for their money against playing them in the home ground. But I think it's going to be a totally different team coming on to the game on Thursday next week.
Matandingo is no stranger to international rugby and knows the task on hand is one which will require an immense effort.
It's going to be tough playing against Wales in the home ground, but we need this win in order to get the chance to qualify and also to have an automatic qualification for the 2019 World Cup.
For hooker Viliame Veikoso, it's all about Fijian pride, and this is on the line on Friday.
Even though we've lost a couple of games, but still hoping with these 2 games left.
He has been impressed with the input of the coaching staff who have helped him and the other forwards take their game to another level.
Yeah, it's been great having these specialist coaches coming in, especially with Ellen and Francis. They're giving the boys a lot of techniques, and yeah, credit to them and to the rest of the forwards for buying into the tactics.
With this enthusiasm, it's looking ominous that the Welsh are in for a bunch of hurting Fijians who want to put all records straight. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Napoleon Fbctv and Benjamin Nangara have rejoined the Nandi football side for the court's inter-district championships. Both reps had left the Jet Set side last year. Fbctv joined Suva and Nangara went to Papua New Guinea to join Hekari United. Nandi soccer president Navnida Gaundas says while the new inclusions have boosted the morale of players, they are not underestimating any teams.
I think so the players know the importance of the game, and if they stick to the plan what the coaches said, I think so we'll do wonders in the game.
Nandi hosts Lautoka at 4 p.m. at Prince Charles Park, while Mba plays Nandronga at 2 p.m. Meanwhile, sales for tickets for this weekend's matches start tomorrow morning at the Nandi and Lambasa Town Council offices. Ticket prices have been set at $5 for adults and $2 for kids. Preparations for the event is in its final stages, and Fiji football is trying its best to make ends meet.
I think we are on the stream now. We have started the registration and the ID cards are being done. As you know, the fixtures have been released. So administratively, we are in train now. We have on the track now.
Defending champions Suva will play Ndreketi in their first match of the tournament at 1 p.m. this Saturday at Subrel Park, Lambasa. That is your sports for tonight. Good evening.
The government recognises the need for more trade between Fiji and Thailand and has made this clear at the Trade Promotion Seminar in Suva this morning. The total value of Thailand investment projects in Fiji over the last 10 years is only $3.4 million, and the Fiji government is adamant about increasing this. Ellen Stolz reports.
The Minister for Industry and Trade, Faiz Koya, this morning reiterated the need for Fiji to strengthen its trade ties with Thailand.
The importance of the Fiji-Thai relationship has been reciprocated by the Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand's visit to Fiji in September, and today's trade and investment mission is evidence that we are at the cusp of reaching new level of confidence amongst Thai and Fijian businesses to explore a plethora of opportunities between our two countries.
The Thailand ambassador to Fiji, Charuk Chai Panukrasi, said they are ready to offer technical cooperation in the areas of agriculture, small and medium enterprises, development, tourism and marketing promotions, food security, food processing, value-added production, waste management and more.
Under this plan, Thailand will support and assist Fiji in capacity building and human resource development in those mentioned areas. Various training and scholarship programs, including a number of graduate programs, are now in these areas.
The seminar hopes to attract more interest from Fijian businesses and help them to invest more in Thailand. Fiji has had diplomatic relations with Thailand for over 42 years. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Brief showers was experienced over the eastern and interior parts of the larger islands, while the rest of Fiji enjoyed warm and sunny conditions. A weak trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers remains slow-moving to the west of Tuvalu and extends southeastwards over Fiji and Tonga. A weak frontal system lies over southern Cooks and French Polynesia. Maximum temperatures reached 28 degrees in Savu and Suva, while Lautoka, Lambasa and Ba hit 30 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy periods with some showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands. Elsewhere, some showers, especially in the afternoon or evening. Outlook for Thursday is some showers, especially in the afternoon or evening. The main points again, police are yet to arrest anyone in connection with the robbery at the ANZ Bank at Nausori Airport. The lawyer for suspended MP Ratanangama Lalambalavu, Julian Morty, has told the Suva High Court he will be requesting that Communications Fiji Limited release the audio recording of his client making derogatory comments about the Speaker, Dr. Chico Luveni, and fallen police officers have been remembered in a solemn ceremony. To the poll question for this week, we're asking: are there enough litter bins in public places? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. Bye for now.